evening and welcome to the EWOC, Entrepreneurial Women of Color. Do you have an idea you've been thinking about for a very long time and you don't know how to get it off the ground? Well, that's why we're here to help you today at the EWOC. We're helping women get their business ideas off the ground, bring them to fruition. We find that a lot of times we have business ideas that just linger and they fester in our minds for the longest period of time, sometimes years, but we don't know how to get them off the ground. So that's why we're going to start talking with people to find out, how did they do it? What can we do to get where they are? So that's what we're going to do today. We're talking with a sister today who has her own business, and she is going to tell us what motivates her and what inspires her to keep it moving and to make it happen. So Kiana, tell me, what kind of business do you have?
Well, I have a small retail business that sells fresh juices, and they are made from fruit and vegetables, and they're blends.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah, they are. You should. I brought some for you to taste. So,
oh, good. Okay,
so
we'll
later
get to
on
that. We'll get to that. Okay.
But so I use fresh fruits and vegetables along with herbs and spices, and I come up with a blend that's yummy.
All right. Okay. So where did you first get your idea about making these juices?
Well, it started about 9 years ago when I used to make juices and smoothies for myself. And I did that for a long time, and I would take them everywhere I went. And during that time, people would say, you know, what is this that you're always drinking? You know, be at work. Or
so you carried them around with you, and okay.
Yeah. And so, and then it became, I like to try some, like people wanted to sample some of them. So I'm like, okay, I would, you know, I would make 2 of whatever I made. And that's how it kind of started. But it first started from me just, you know, making smoothies and juices at home. And it just kind of blossomed from there.
Okay. So do you have a business background at all?
I do not have a business background.
Okay.
I actually went to school for animal science and management. So I work in research. Okay. So the business aspect was completely foreign to me. And so, yeah.
So does that hinder you in any way because you don't have a business background?
I don't think so. I don't look at it as a downfall or something that is something that I can't learn. I focus on creating a product and something that I like and want to share with other people. And so the business aspect, that just kind of comes as you go along.
Okay. What are some of the steps that you've taken to get your business off the ground? But first, let me back up. Yeah. Is this your passion? You know that you like these juices, other people like the juices. Do you feel that this is your passion and you finally found your purpose?
Well, to answer your question, yes, but let me explain. Because since it's something that I love to do, like outside of it just being my business, it's something that I do on a daily basis. So before Sipping Naturally was birthed, it was something that I did day in, day out. I would give them to my daughters, and it was something that I enjoyed doing.
Okay. And
from there, I wanted to share it with other people, share the benefits of juicing, share the benefits of eating healthy with other people. So I'm very passionate about eating right, making healthy choices, of course juicing, because it's all a part of making my life better, making me feel better, providing me more energy. You know, you have clear skin. It's so many benefits.
Your skin is very clear,
Thank
too.
you.
Okay.
And that, you know, it's funny because that's where this all came about, is because I struggled with acne for a very long time.
Not anymore.
And, thanks. And it was, you know, I had went to, you know, dermatologist time in and time out, and there was nothing that would work consistently.
Okay.
So I did some research, and I did a lot of reading, and I found that, like everyone knows, what you eat is ultimately not what you eat. What's whatever that saying is. You are what you eat. That's what it is. You are what you eat. And you know, I wasn't eating right. I was eating junk food and a lot of sweets. And my biggest thing were cookies and cakes. And it's a lot of sugar in those things.
Okay.
And
I would never have guessed that because you're in shape. I mean, I don't know what you do when you're not juicing or not working, but you're in shape. So maybe it's the juices.
Thank you. I think I've always been active, so I think that helps. That helped keep me in shape. So it was like, you know, I could have my cake and eat it too as long as I worked out.
Well, that brings me to a question as far as time management. Now, I understand that you're still working a secular job, 9 to 5-ish, and you're juicing also. How do you do all of that?
I have a schedule.
Time management. Time management is important.
You have to create a schedule, and you have to look at it like this. If it's something that you desire, something that you're passionate about, you will make time for it.
Okay.
And so yeah, you know, I planned out a schedule, and I work around that. I have to work around my 9 to 5. I have to work around raising my daughter, and it, you know, you squeeze it in any way you can.
And you have a child. Wow. Okay. And do you have any leisure time at all?
Well, outside of raising my daughter, working, running, sipping naturally, I roller skate.
Okay.
So, and that is it's a huge skating community, and that's partly how I got the juices out into the community.
Marketing.
So you know, you use your friends, you use your family. That's what you do. You know, they're your first test market. Okay. And once you get it out and feel comfortable about it, and you see that people actually like it and love what you do, that's where you can kind of be more confident and take that step out of faith and just trust in what you have created and what you believe in, and other people will see and also believe in your product.
Okay. Well, if you're just joining us, we're talking with Kiana Dunn of Sipping Naturally. She's created a natural line of juices, and we're talking with her about her business idea and how she got it off the ground. So, Kiana, give me 5 steps that you use in building your business. Like, what are the top 5?
The first thing is you have to write your ideas down, and that is a crucial thing that you have to do, because you have to put your ideas on paper and you have to map them out. You don't have to have them step by step, but you have to understand your ideas and understand the process, and see if it's achievable and attainable. So
it's not because of the biblical standpoint of it, writing it down, making it happen. It's because you need to map it out and see how it's going to come about.
Well, I think it's both. It's because once you write it down, you can actually, you see it, you're talking about it, you're putting energy towards it. Okay. When things are just in your head, they're just floating around in your head. But when you when you write them down, when you speak about them, when you put them out there into the universe, somehow, some way, it all comes together. But you have to first, you know, put your ideas down on paper.
Is it a good idea to tell people about your business plans?
Well, maybe not initially, but once you kind of get going, and because you may need to bounce ideas off of people. And I don't just mean anybody, but someone that you can use as a resource, someone that may be in a similar field, or, but I think it's important to kind of bounce those ideas off of someone that is knowledgeable, at least.
Because, you know, some people think, oh, you know, I'm not going to tell anybody because somebody's going to take my idea and run with it. And that does happen.
Right.
So, but you don't think that that's going to necessarily happen. You think that you need to speak with the right people.
The right people. And I think as long as something is for you, it will be for you.
Okay.
You know, if it's meant for you, it will be for you. So, I mean, I wouldn't share with everyone, but, you know, people that you can trust, someone that is knowledgeable, and that can give you some good sound advice.
Okay. All right. So can we taste some of the juices?
Sure.
They're just sitting over there. I want to taste one.
Sure, we can. So I have 3 different flavors right now out on the market, and so there's a grape lemon mint, apple pineapple, kale parsley and lime, and apple beet ginger lemon. So right now, these are the juices that I'm showcasing. From time to time, and depending on the season, I create other juices. But right now, this is what I have, and so yeah.
Which one can I taste?
Oh, I think you would like this one. This is the grape, lemon, and mint.
Grape, lemon, and mint.
Yes.
Ooh, I love those
Yes.
combination. Do I shake it?
Yeah.
Or
Oh, yeah.
I
You
do shake it.
Yeah, you definitely want to shake it. That way, you you mix up.
You have a straw?
Yeah, I didn't bring a straw. Sorry.
There's no
about
mango
that.
in this, right?
No mango. No
Okay.
mango.
I'm allergic. I'm highly allergic to mango, and I'm just saying. But you'd be taking me to the hospital right now.
made
You can
sure.
keep it a secret if you want to.
Yeah.
There's mango in here. But.
I made sure not to bring mango.
Ooh,
What do you think?
it's refreshing. It's really good.
I'm glad you like it. And that right there, that initial response is what keeps me going, because a lot of people don't expect the juices to taste like that.
This is very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so I love a person's
Wow.
initial response after tasting the juice.
So, thinking about all the steps you took to start up your business, you said the step one. What's your step two?
The step two is take the steps to make it happen. For instance, so I make fresh juices. How can I make, so now that I have this great idea, what do I need to do? I need to do research and development. Which means I need to get in my kitchen or my lab and start testing out juice concoctions, so that way I can put something out or have a product.
Okay.
So it's one thing to have an idea. It's another thing to write it down. Now you have to actually do the footwork.
Speaking of footwork, I understand that you were outside selling your juices on the street with your daughter.
Yes.
How'd that
yeah.
go?
We had a great response from the community. The juices were sold at 2 locations at the time that you're talking about, when I was with my daughter. And yeah, it went well. It's long days because you have to get out there and give out samples and talk to people, and just, you want to create a rapport with people, so that way, a lot of people just on the street, they may not want to just taste anything.
Coconut rum and pineapple juice. But they're all fresh juices, even the ones that are spiked with alcohol. I have some fresh juices. I don't know what's going to happen if you get frisky.
It's good to talk to people and get an idea of, a lot of people don't know about fresh juices, what's involved in the process, or they think sugar is added to it. There's no additives and no preservatives added to the drinks.
Nothing?
Nothing.
It tastes like
all,
there's sugar in there. It's so sweet.
It's natural sugar.
It's like refreshing sweet. It's not like cakey sweet. Oh, wow.
No.
Okay. So what is your third idea for moving your business forward?
The third idea would be to take the steps in order to create a business. So write a business plan, actually, maybe go and shadow a particular business that you would like to one day have. Talk to people that are in the business. Get involved in, they have meetups for particular interests. So actually see what's out there, kind of do your research and your footwork about that industry, that craft, or whatever you want to start. Actually get involved with those people.
So I think that a major thing that deters people because they don't want to do that footwork. I mean, you're talking about going to talk with people, going in groups to meet people. I mean, who wants to do all of that? I mean, typically, I would say, and I've done this myself, so I have no shame in it, but people come up with an idea, and the first thing we do is, oh, that sounds really good. I'm going to buy a domain name with that name, and then you sit on the name for days, months, sometimes years, doing absolutely nothing with it. But you have this great name that nobody else can take now, and you haven't done anything with the idea because you don't want to do that legwork.
Right.
How do you motivate yourself to push forward to do all of those steps?
Well, you have to tell yourself, do you want to stay where you are, or do you want to move or advance, or do you want to get to that goal that you're trying to attain? So once you kind of sit yourself down and become serious about what you want, do you want to reach those goals or not, that'll kind of get you moving in a direction. Because if you're not serious about it, you're not going to take those steps to move forward.
But aren't we all serious, sort of, kind of? I mean, we're
Right.
serious about it, but what is your inspiration? What do you use to get you out of your seat, standing and saying, I'm going out there now to sell these juices? What is it?
Well, for me, there's nobody out there right now, at least from what I can see, that looks like me, that represents me. So,
I haven't seen you on the street.
And what that and what that means is, right, since you can benefit from this greatly in more ways than one, it's something that, to me, if other people did more of this, we would have less health issues right now going on, not only with from our kids all the way up to the elderly. Mm-hmm. So if it's something that is incorporated into your daily life, you reap so many benefits from it. So what I mean by if it was someone that looked like me selling I would be more inclined to buy the juices or to eat healthy, or because it doesn't seem so far-fetched. It doesn't seem so out of my realm. If that makes any sense.
That makes a lot of sense. So you really want to help the people.
I do.
Okay. So, you want to help the people.
I want to help the people.
That's really good. That's admirable. All right.
Taking a step back, going back to your first, because you asked what are some of the steps that you would take. Mm-hmm. You should get that domain name. That should be the very first thing.
You should.
You should, because it's something that if you feel, if a name is very personal to you and you like it, get it.
Okay.
Because it's a chance that it may not stick around for very long. But
so it's not just feeding the domain name companies. I shouldn't worry about that. I should just get my domain name and sit on it for a while.
Well,
until
no.
I decide to do something about it.
Right. Hopefully you would want to do something with it, but you want to, if it's a name that you like that resonates with you, you want to get it. You definitely want to own that name.
Okay.
But outside of that, if you don't have plans on doing anything, then I wouldn't even worry about it. Like if you don't have if you don't have an idea in your head about it, I wouldn't even worry about it.
Okay.
The fourth one would be to actually consider yourself a business, and what that means is move from your hobby or your craft to actually now becoming a legitimate business.
Okay.
So you want to get your 40C license. You want like whatever you need to establish yourself as a business. Your LLC, your corporation. You want to establish that, because when you make those steps, what you're telling yourself, you're affirming. Okay, I am a business now. So what that means is now you need to take those steps to actually carry out, those business needs.
So at this point, how profitable has your business been? Would you say it's worth, at this point, giving up your 9-to-5 job, or is that the goal?
That is my goal. My goal is to walk away from my 9-to-5. Because that you want to do something that you're passionate about, that you wake up every day, this is what you think about. And it's not, there's long days. There's endless hours of work. However, you're working for yourself. So there's a different feeling than working for someone else.
Absolutely. I hear that. Okay. What is your motivation for making these juices?
Well, outside of me loving the idea of coming up with different concoctions of juices, I think and believe that God has given us certain talents and abilities, and it is to our advantage to act on them. So it's one thing to just enjoy doing something, but it's another thing to have that energy and that ability to focus on something so deeply, so strong.
Yeah, like pasteurization, bacterial expirations.
But outside of that, it's, I love reaping the benefits from juicing. It allows you to have clear, healthy looking skin. It boosts your energy level. It helps maintain your weight. So those are all the benefits that I love, not only just in terms of eating and living a healthy lifestyle. It has all those benefits too.
Okay. So again, we are here to inspire you, to get you motivated, to start you on your path, women, ladies, we want to motivate you to get you moving in the right direction, taking the right steps. We want to get a fire under you to start your own business, get those ideas off the ground. I mean, what are you going to do? Use some of the steps that Kiana's saying, that she's talking about, that we've talked about today, to get moving.
One thing that I would like to say is I think for a lot of us, fear steps in the way. And fear is you don't feel like you have what it takes to do certain things. And one thing that I would like to encourage everyone to do is never let fear stop you. Just continue to push forward, even though you take a step out there and it's like you don't feel comfortable. You feel like you're outside of your comfort zone. You are outside of your comfort zone. All of that, it's a natural feeling to have, but just keep moving forward. And as long as you are passionate about whatever your business or whatever your craft is, and you believe in your product and take the steps necessary, you will move forward, and you will, as long as you continue to do what it takes, you will hopefully reach your goal. But never let fear stop you.
So you need to have that passion for it.
Definitely.
Because if you don't have that passion for it, that's what's going to keep you unmotivated, sitting there in your chair, not using that domain name.
Right.
And I know you're passionate about it, because just asking you a few questions about juicing. I mean, she was talking to me about bacterial expirations and pasteurizations and things like that. You have to be passionate about that in order to want to talk about it. So, yeah, you definitely have a passion for it. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing I want to talk with you about is wardrobe.
Okay.
Now, as an entrepreneur, although you have your 9 to 5, you might have to be dressed a certain way there. When you come home, or if you have the day off and you still have to juice, but maybe go out and deliver some of your juices, what do you wear? Can you wear jeans? Can you wear sweatpants? Should you have your face made up? As entrepreneurial women, should we keep it moving, keep looking feminine, looking good? How should we conduct ourselves outside of that 9 to 5 job when we're doing it for ourselves?
Mm-hmm. I think you still want to maintain a certain level of professionalism, both in, how you present yourself physically and, mentally. And so I do think that's important. Mm-hmm. But, I will show up in jeans. If I'm working, I'll definitely, jeans and sweats, I'm doing in my comfort clothes. But, when I'm out.
Do they look at you like,
Well, they don't usually see me.
They don't see you?
No.
Oh.
Not when I'm in the commercial kitchen getting dirty.
Okay.
When I'm out with the public, no. I'm definitely presentable. I would wear something like I have on, not as nice as I have on today, but I would definitely have on something nice.
Do you have your face made up?
Yeah.
Is that important?
That is important. Yeah, okay. Appearance is important.
Okay.
Yeah. Because people like to buy from people that look nice.
Okay.
Think about it.
Right. So you don't have bedhead
right.
delivering your product.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you definitely want to keep it together. And it's sexy,
Keep it sexy.
Yes.
Okay. Entrepreneurial women, keep it sexy. All right.
You want to look nice.
How do we contact you?
You can reach me by email, sippingnaturally@gmail.com. That's SIPPING, naturally, NATURALLY, @gmail.com.
Okay.
Or you can visit my website, www.sippingnaturally.com.
I'm not going to spell entrepreneur. They'll have to look it up in the dictionary. Oh, thank you very much. I wish you all the success, the utmost success in your business, and I pray that you keep it growing, keep it moving forward.
Thank you. And I'd like to say thank you for having me on the show. I think this is a wonderful topic that you're, talking about. I think we need more of this. So that way women can see that, you can get out there and they can make their dreams happen. And it just takes one foot in front of the other. So thank you, Miriam.
You're very welcome. Well, if this show has inspired you in any way, reach out to me. I'd like to know all about it. You can reach me at entrepreneurialwomenofcolor@gmail.com. Let me know if there are other questions you'd like answered from future EWOC guests, and I will make sure I get them answered. Until next time, I'm Miriam Davenport for Entrepreneurial Women of Color. Keep moving, keep praying, and don't sit on the sidelines of your own life, because nothing great happens on its own. Use the gifts and talents that were given to you. If you take one step, God will take two. And before you know it, you'll be listening for those words we all want to hear. Well done.
They have fresh juices from where?
From Island Salad.
With island salad?
Yes. Come.
The salad without the island?
I hold my hands like this. The juices contain natural fruits and vegetable juices. So yeah, you should come and try some of the drinks.
Outside of me loving coming up with different concoctions.
You want me to ask you?
Well, you already did.
Do you want me to ask you again?
Oh,
so
you
that
can
we
have,
have,
right.
You want to say something else?
Yes,
What?
I have a whole lot to say. Like, let me see.
Has that been 30 minutes?
There's going to be a lot of edits.